Nellie Bly, bring the broom along. We'll sweep the kitchen clean, my love, and have a little song. Hi, Nellie, ho, Nellie, listen, love, to me. I'll sing for you and play for you a dulcet melody. We women reporters were not expected to do the sweeping, of course, but neither were we considered on the same level as the men. We couldn't be trusted to cover the real news. Our emotions might get in the way somehow. Well, after 9 months of writing dull, meaningless drivel about fashion, society, gardening, and so on, I'd had enough. I went to Mexico, a country that was still considered exotic, mysterious, a bit dangerous. It wasn't an assignment, it was my own idea. But the Dispatch published everything I wrote about my experiences there. And then they sent me back to writing about weddings and women's headwear. One day, in March of 1887, instead of handing in a story, I simply left the editor a note. It said, "I am off for New York. Look out for me." There were half a dozen major newspapers in New York, but I had my sights set on Mr. Pulitzer's paper, The World. Oh, they were always planning some sort of sensational stunt to attract readers, and not long after I arrived, they announced that they would send a reporter in a hot air balloon from St. Louis to New York, a trip which they billed as the greatest aerial feat ever attempted. Well, I thought it would be even greater if they sent a woman, and I promptly offered my services. And even more promptly was turned down. Too risky for a woman. I don't know how risky it proved to be, but I do know it proved to be very short. The day after it lifted off, the balloon went down in Illinois. I feel sure I could have gotten it at least to Ohio.